Oh, snap. What's up guys, Dan here, Coalcracker Bushcraft, in the shop today because today's lesson you're going to probably need to do at home. This is not a field maintenance type thing. This is an at home, in the garage, at the shop type of thing. And it has to do with snaps. That's why I was like, oh, snap, at the beginning. So it has to do with these snaps, the ones that snap together that you generally find on coat fronts right here, on backpacks, holding pouches together, even small leather goods, bags, all types of stuff, you'll find these snaps. Now generally these snaps hold up really, really well, even on old vintage Boy Scout and military type items. They normally don't wear out, but there are times that they do break, that you might have to replace them, or maybe you're making an item for yourself and you put the snap in and it's wrong or it's backwards. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how to properly remove these things to replace them and put new ones in. So we're not going to show you how to put new ones in, but more so how to remove these without damaging the item or material around it that they are actually in. Alright, so for this project we need to go more modern, not that old traditional stuff. You're going to need a drill, you're going to need drill bits, and you're going to need pliers. Alright, now to even understand this better, you have to understand how these snaps work. So you have this top domed portion, and then you have the bottom portion of that snap, and when you put these in place, this top portion goes over, and then this little post that's sticking up gets smashed down, and then it looks like this. You can see it's smashed down inside. So to remove this, we have to remove that crushed portion of the dome, and it will release both pieces. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to get out your drill index, you're going to look at your drill bits. We want to find a drill bit that is going to fit inside this snap area, okay? Now, we don't want it so small. Let me pull a small drill bit out here. We don't want it so small that it does this and fits inside the crushed portion. We want it big enough that it is going to remove the entire crushed portion of this snap, okay? So even this one here, this was 9/32. It's a little bit too small yet. So let's go up a little bit. So like this drill bit right here, 5/16 drill bit, all right, this fits inside the snap comfortably, and it also is bigger than the crushed portion. So we're gonna put that in our drill. And then we're gonna take a set of pliers, okay? You're gonna lay down your piece. Now this is the snap we're removing, and you're gonna take your pliers. I would say don't use needle nose pliers for this. You want something that has a little bit more grip to them. Grip the outside of that dome portion and flip it over. And then all that you're gonna do, I'm gonna do this a little bit backwards here for you so you could all see it on camera. You're gonna keep a good tight grip with your pliers. You're gonna take your drill and you're gonna drill that center section out. Just slowly taking your time when you do this so you don't drill too far into the piece and ruin the actual leather or fabric that it's on. Every so often, give it a little check. Almost there. Almost. And look at that, it falls right off, and the front portion you pop right out. And there you go, we have a nice clean hole, no damage to our material, and our piece is removed. So that's how we're going to get that top portion out. Now, the bottom portion of the snap, this is generally not going to break. There's nothing to break here, it's just a piece of metal. So in some cases, if you're setting this, maybe you set it backwards, you might have to remove it, or if you set it and it's set crooked, you might have to remove it, or if you are replacing this top portion, all right, I would, before you remove the old one, see the top one might still fit onto the old one, but if it doesn't, if they're size different, then that bottom one's gonna have to get removed. The tricky part with this though, all right, is that there's nothing to grab onto the backside. It's flat. There's nothing to grab onto there. So we're going to have to work accordingly with this. So we're still gonna take a drill bit that fits inside. Now you can see this drill bit that we were using is too big. It's hitting the outer rim of this. So we're gonna have to go a little bit smaller now with this in order to drill that portion out. So we're gonna see where we're at. All right, so this one will be good. This was 1/4 inch. So we're gonna get this in the drill and ready to go. Now, with this one, I'm just gonna take my pliers and I'm gonna pinch both sides of this. Now, holding that nice and tight, I'm gonna begin to drill downward. Again, I'm drilling out the compressed section in the middle, which was at some point the post of the bottom portion. All right, so I'm just gonna pinch this, and then I'm gonna start to drill. And there you go, popped right free, drilled that section out, flip it over, could pop that out. Again, we have a clean hole here and clean hole on this side. Now I can go ahead, take my new pieces, and they're generally going to fit right in, you can see, and then we can set those in place as needed. So there you go, everybody, an easy way to get those snaps out if something does go haywire with them, or if you set them wrong and you got to get them things replaced. So it is a shop project, like I said, not an out in the woods project. So get this done right away. Then check out coalcrackerbushcraft.com for all our classes, our merchandise, and all our blogs. And then hit like and subscribe. And then when you're done all that, you got to get out in the woods. And until the next video, stay in the woods.